Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. We're going to start a series today. So the series is, we're going to talk about different morphs, different genetics, if you will, how they can affect your collection, what you can do with them, and some of the combos, including a lot of adults. How kick-ass is that going to be? No more little babies. We're going to show a lot of the full-grown versions and maybe some little babies while we're at it. So today, we're going to talk about lesser. So let's see if I can't find a little baby to start with. Maybe I can and maybe I can't. You would have thought I would have planned this a little bit better. But, right here. So this is what we're talking about. Although this is a lesser that probably has pastel in it too. You can tell by the blushed out head. But the lesser gene is what we're going to be working with today. We're going to be showing you a lot of different combos, including this one as adults, and talking about what they pair with well, what they don't pair with well, what they do, what problems they have, all of those kind of things. I love this gene. I'm really excited to start with lesser. And let me put this one up and we're going to go and get you a adult straight up lesser to start with. Why do I love this gene so much? Well, I think for bang for your buck for a first gene, it's very, very hard to beat a lesser. The reason for that is simple. When you're talking about these guys, they, save my back a little bit, little opening device. They, as a single gene, look amazing. I'll bring her to the table, Kurt, so we can really get a good view of her. Oh, I know, girly. Now, she's a little bit pissy, but I'll show you why. I can tell when I pick her up. See that? There's a reason that girl's pissy. I know. She's going to have eggs. So let's get her to calm down. So this is a straight lesser. Nothing else going on here. So again, you're buying a morph that's been out for a very long time, and you can get these for really about $100, maybe a little less, as babies. And you're going to have an animal that if you're just doing a display animal, it's your first ball python. It looks way different than a normal, right? You're not going to mistake this for a normal. It's not like some of those. She's trying to get out of here on me, so I won't keep her out too long. You're really going to know you've got something cool. It also combos so very, very well with different animals. Let me give you a good example here when I find what I'm looking for, and we'll show you a lesser pastel to begin with. And we've got a couple different ones. I'm going to show you both of them because I do think there's a lot of different look in them. That first one should be right here, actually. Oh, nope, take that back. He's not. That's because he was out breeding and he didn't get fed, so he needs to come back there anyway. He's actually breeding the other lesser pastel, which is right here. But they're done now. Man, you guys are horrible. You made a big mess. And I can actually tell these two apart rather easy. Now, when we bought this one, it was said to have sulfur in it, quite possibly, which would be the male right here. But again, these are adult lesser pastels. You can see they do look different. Is that the sulfur? Maybe. I haven't really seen when he throws. It would tell me something else is going on. I think he's probably just a lesser pastel. But, you know, I kind of knew that when I bought him. He was in a gas station, and I wasn't really sure of it then. But I was happy with it being just lesser pastel. When you buy snakes in a gas station parking lot. This is one we produced in-house. So you can see how these things age. Very, very pretty animals. And again, this is a simple 2-gene combo and a very inexpensive 2-gene combo at that. From a breed standpoint, this is going to pack a lot of punch. And I'm going to show you why, that if you don't have this, you really need these in your collection. Let me put you home, buddy boy. Although I will make fun of him for being a gas station snake, let me tell you, this guy has produced for us year in and year out and been a wonderful breeding male. So I can't complain too much. So let's say you take a snake like this, which is lesser pastel, and you mix another lesser gene to it. What do you get? Let me pick which one of these I want to show off. Is it you? Who's looking their best today? Maybe you. We'll go with you. There's a reason I'm actually going to use this one, because we told you we'd show you the bad parts of the genes too. Lesser is part of the BEL complex. This is another snake we made here in-house. Dust all that coconut off of there. And when you mix lesser to lesser, you get a very nice all-white snake. Hell with it, I'll show you 2 of them just to prove a point. Although this one is coiled up like she's trying to accomplish something. But you can see you get all white snakes pretty easy. And again, that is a fly and coconut crap all over her. So let me put her back really fast because she is coiled. Stay up there, girly. But there's a reason why this is the one I want to share. When you start making these super lessers, they are worth more than the sum of their parts. So he told you what you can sell a straight lesser for. These guys here, we've been selling for $400 all day long. That market's been pretty consistent. Granted, I haven't checked it this year, and whenever you find this video 5 years later, that may be very different. But there is a slight issue with mixing lesser to lesser, and that is going to be, get that coconut crap off there, right there. You can see the eyes get a little bit large sometimes, and this one does display that. It's a slightly bug-eyed look. That's kind of a normal thing that happens with super lesser. The cool thing is, when you breed this, everything that comes out of it's going to be a lesser. It's not going to pass on the bug-eyed look, because single gene lessers don't show that. It's just a super form. I like these for BELs. I'll show you why. Jeff, if you can keep that up there for me for a minute. I'm going to get you at a different BEL snake. It's not a lesser. It's a super Mojave, maybe. Maybe I'll get this out for you. If I can get to him. Sorry, guys. Piss poor planning on my part. I know. So when you do like super Mojave, which is what this is, and you put it next to a super lesser, it doesn't even look white anymore. It looks almost yellowish, and then the head becomes very grayed. So, well, this snake would make nothing but Mojaves, and this will make nothing but lessers. It's all about how nice the BEL looks in this case. And I like this BEL better than I do this BEL. Personal preference. Bye-bye Mojave. Now Mojave we'll do a whole show on too. And there's a lot of cool stuff about that. Some people like the gray head. There's a reason we kept one. All right, girl, you ready to go back? Whoop, wrong one. Sounds like my wife is upstairs, has come to visit. All right, I've got another lesser I really want to show you. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones I'm missing. But this one's my favorite lesser I've got. When you start putting lesser with recessives, like a ghost gene, you get an animal that looks like this. That's all that's going on here. It's a simple lesser and a simple ghost, one of the oldest recessives that there are, mixed with one of the older genes that we have, and you get this beautiful, beautiful animal. So there's a lot you can do with lesser. Got this one. We talked about pastel lessers. This one is I don't like to grow snake. I have a few of those. This is a super pastel lesser. So again, you can see what it does to the pattern, how bright these animals are. They just add good stuff literally to every single thing we have in our collection. We can't possibly make enough lesser stuff, in my opinion. Sometimes I probably do overdo it, but such is life. So Kurt, I'm trying to think, we covered everything I can remember with lesser that we have.
Do we have a queen bee?
We do have a queen bee. That is a good call. Let me put these up and I will get that. And that's why you're going to just like wrap that girl up. Come on, you. This is a big girl right here. So Kurt mentioned a queen bee. What a queen bee is that is a lesser with the pastel with a spider. So you're basically making a lesser bumblebee. Lesser spider is just a straight lesser bee. In this case, we have multiple genes in there all at once. And let me tell you, these come out very pretty as well. So again, you can see what lesser is doing, how much it adds from a straight bumblebee. Now this bumblebee is in shed, so it's a little bit unfair, but we'll still use it for a comparison. So that is what lesser has done to that animal. Again, she's a little darker than she should be because she is about to shed. And she's about to have a humongous poop. Oh my goodness. That is not eggs. She's already laid her eggs and back on food and killing medium rats. So she's going to take a duke the size of Texas, which is good. I want her processing everything. But again, just one simple gene, and it has changed the look of this animal 100 times over. So you cannot go wrong with lesser. You got to have it. It's one of those genes you got to have that nobody talks about anymore. Everybody always wants to jump right away to the latest, greatest thing. And they kind of forget about the OGs. You know, I can tell you, man, don't sleep on lesser. There's not many things it doesn't pair well with. The only bad thing is when you start getting into your BELs, would be the bug eyes, and then you kind of are at a dead end. When you start getting to a BEL, you know, you're not going to make an all white snake have more pattern, have more color. It becomes kind of the dead end there. Now with this being spider, it will have a slight wobble, which it did actually just show a second ago. You probably didn't notice it right there. I can see it, but you really got to know what you're looking for. Most people have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to wobble. But as you can see, it functions rather well and is good sized. So, and we'll talk about all that wobble stuff when we do our spider video. So Kurt, anything else you want to add? Anything you can think to say about Lesser?
No.
What do you think? Is this something you should have in your collection if you don't?
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, let me put her back because we are working on breeding her too. And guys, that is all we got. We will catch you next time where we'll be talking about another gene. We're going to slide over to Patreon and cover a little more in depth on some of our future plans with Lesser, what we're doing this year, what we want to achieve long term. We'll catch you next time, guys.